So recently, I've gone down the rat hole. So another long weekend of no sleep, and I've realized I've made a mistake. I've made in the past, but it's good that I caught it now, right? So Daisy Trade came out with this study here, and I didn't particularly like it. I didn't think it was a great comparison because it wasn't apples to apple. But it did make me think maybe I made a mistake somewhere. And that's what I figured out. So, two studies I always use a lot is this 16 delta study, the straddle study. And when I get T-Rock for defined risk, I sort of just took it from their straddle study and just kind of threw it on instead of trying to figure out T-Rock myself, right? And with this recent study, I did it. I sort of figured it out myself, and I'm like, something's off. So I went back to ground zero, and so I put these two trades up on here. So this is the Iron Condor, right? 25% BP, as it's stated in that study, and then this is a straddle, 25 BP. Now the main difference between these two is that the theta here is 34, and here it's 104, and that's where I messed up. You see, so defined risk has a much lower T-Rock, unfortunately. Not the end of the world, but yeah. So I sort of figured out the T-Rock that it should be. And let me see. Yeah, so I sort of figured it out. See, the straddle study, that T-Rock is correct, so it's 0.5, 50%. But for the defined risk, it's more like 19% T-Rock. So yeah, so to make these equivalent, right, I would have to make this big. That would be, that max risk is more than the portfolio, so, and then, because you basically need triple the theta, and then the straddle, 34, between 4, the straddle doesn't look that bad, actually, right, 150, so it doesn't look that bad. The Vega, 180, 6,000. So it's good that I caught this on early. Let's see what else we can figure out. So because of this, I may trade naked. So I don't know with the IRA what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. But with the big account, I'm probably gonna trade the futures, E-mini futures, at 41% BP effect. So, or another way of measuring it would be going to SPY and then going, like, let's say I have this much right now, have 1.5 would be 138, and that would be the credit level that I would look for in the E-mini. But I can't trade it here because I don't have the buying power. I don't have the buying power for that, so unless I have portfolio margin, maybe I'll get that in the future, but I'm gonna have to move over here to the futures. Another thing I did was, I went to 2008, and I sort of looked at the max drawdown, essentially. And actually, at the end of 2008 was actually profitable. If you put all the trades together, it's actually profitable. But I didn't manage the winners here. I only did the 21 DTE rule. So, and another thing that's great about E-mini futures is they trade 24/7. So, I also figured out that if I take X amount of loss, I will probably get margin called and closed before getting, wiped out, essentially. But in 08, these were the problem trades here. So if you take off the 21 DT, this is what you get. Minus 91. So that's max loss. But because of 21 DT, you only get that much of a drawdown. So that's pretty good. And I think the only way you can do this is as a straddle naked. I don't think there's a way to doing it defined, which is where my IRA is a little concerning. I might have to open an account at Tastyworks or something because, there's no way to get 50%. Without being naked. There's no way, because let me see here. So let's go back to SPY. So right here's your straddle. Let's see, it's 150. So my Vega exposure is like 1/800. Right? It's kind of the visual. It's similar to what I have right now in Vega exposure on my RUT. Now, if I try to equivalate it, double the theta, the Vega is just too much. You can't. It's impossible. Too much risk, right? Right now, what I have in terms of Vega is that much. It's not too much. So, but yeah, that's what I've learned, and we'll see what happens in the future. Anyways, peace. Good night.